Morning, everybody. Day's Monday again. Don't take long come round to it. The weather on Saturday was absolutely fantastic. We did the tribute, twice for the Rick Rescola, the hero of the 9/11 disaster. That he saved, near enough 2,700 lives. Hail, born and bred. His motto was always, and that's what cost him his life, was leave nobody behind. That's what happened in the war, in this Vietnam War. Let no person, American, be there. And the same when he went to Twin Towers, he was up checking, making sure nobody else was left in the building. So, a true hero. Anyway, today's Monday, so let's just carry on a bit. I got 3 birthdays here today. Just want to wish everybody a happy birthday. Catherine Kay, happy birthday to you, Catherine. Have a nice day. Paul Thomas, of course, Hale boy there, over Undercliff. Happy birthday to you, Paul. Enjoy yourself. Take a day off. And I think one of my school friends here, Philip Rescola, same age as me, I suppose. So, hope you're okay, Philip, and enjoying the day. Mine very soon. I have one birthday every year. I don't know how I do manage that, but I do manage them. I don't like the Queen, but there we are. Now look, I'm going to do a little Herbert Lean here today. So there we are. This one, Feather tells some tales about jumble sales. Have you ever noticed when people start coosing, they go from one thing to another like a bee buzzing on a summer day? I don't hold with jumble sales, says Feather. You to buy what you don't want because somebody else do want it. Well, I'd call it a very good way to make money, says Mother. Sides, you'd only give these things you don't want. Yes, said Richard Henry, but you aren't allowed to try things on. What about Boy Willie at the last jumble sale? He bought a suit, gave £half-a-crown for it, and when he put it on, 'twas so big that every time he turned round, the whole suit would stop still. First time I ever knowed he took in, remarked Feather. No, he wouldn't. I don't know. That woman on the stall was putting the teckens in the coat pocket, and then she sold the suit. She never found out where she put the money. I tell you a good one, says Mother. Now, Mrs. Maroon, nicked after her coat, had a bright red coat, as everybody do know. Worn everywhere for years, she did. And when she was coming down the road, you always knowed who 'twas. In the end, she got tired of this coat and gave him to the jumble sale. A woman who just come to live here bought the coat. She used to go in the pub side door every night just as 'twas getting dim and had this red coat on. Now, Mrs. Maroon was converted up to little chapel and everybody thought 'twas she was going visiting. 2 faces, said some. Ought to be shame, said others. I seed her with my own eyes, said another. She only had one eye, but she could see more than most with 2. I suppose she'd be wearing that coat still if she didn't put it out on the line to dry and the donkey ate part of 'em. I was at the last jumble sale. Church, said Uncle Matty. Things was slow going off. Nobody was buying nothing. When in comes the church warden and asked how things was getting on. Haven't sold a thing, was the answer. Well, you must make them buy. Put more life into it. Let's see. I'll shove it. So he got behind one of the stalls and started shouting and making fun. Wasn't long before there was crowds round his stall, everybody laughing and buying something. He sold some curtains that had been left over from the last sale. Said you could see through them, but the neighbours couldn't see in. He couldn't serve quick enough, so he took off his coat and shouted louder. When everything was sold on his stall, he turned round to put on his coat and said, "That's the way to do it." Had anybody seen his coat? He had sold that too and never seen it again from that day to this. Down at the fair, the same time, a man was raffling 3 fowls and wanted me to have a chance. I didn't want to, so I said to him, I have no money. I only want one more chance. Shall I put your name, he whispered. Oh, to get rid of him, I said yes. Well, I didn't see him for 3 weeks, and when I did, I asked him who had the fowls. Well, my missus, she was very lucky. She had the first one, and I had the second. I thought there were 3, says I. Who had the third? Oh, my little maid, wasn't she lucky? Let's see, said I. You didn't have my shilling, did he? No, was replied. So I was lucky too. So long. Second hand isn't much. 'Tis better to have new, even if you have to pay on instalments, says mother. Ain't going to be no instalments in this house, quoted father. A man walked into a shop and said, I've come to pay the last instalment on a baby's pram. I suppose the baby can walk now, said the shopkeeper as he was writing at the receipt. Yes, replied the customer. I'm that baby the pram was bought for. Poke up the fire feather and put the kettle on, shouted mother, with her head in the cupboard. Thanks very much. Take care.